Where are you? I've got the drinks from the bar, so I just need to know where you've gone to sit so that I can give them to you. Andrew, I really can't hold this many drinks for too long. I kind of really need to know where you're sitting.
What?
I was just wondering where you'd gone.
Oh, well, me and a few of my friends met this guy who told us all about this secret club in town, like one of those pop-up places that are only around for one night. So we decided to go to it. We're on the way there now. It's gonna be awesome.
Wait, what? So you just ditched me?
Well, it was kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. I didn't really have time to come and get you because the guy was leaving for the club then and there. I didn't want to be left behind.
Andrew, the only reason I came out tonight was to spend some time with you. We have hardly spent any time together lately, and even though this wasn't ideal as it was with your friends, I thought that we would be able to spend at least a little bit of time together. Instead, you've left me all alone, around with a tray full of drinks, which just cost me like $30 as I got around for everyone, with no one to actually talk to or watch my back.
Well, you're a grown-up, aren't you? You could just talk to some of the women in the bar or make your way home. It doesn't really matter what you do.
Do you know what happens to women who make their way home by themselves? What the most common thing to happen to a woman on her own is? 'Cause let me tell you, it isn't good. I know that I'm an adult, but that doesn't mean I'm comfortable walking home by myself at night.
Well then, get a taxi.
Are you even listening to me? Do you not care how I feel?
Look, I never wanted you to come out with me and my friends anyway. I just wanted a fun night out with the guys, and you had to join in and ruin it. So if you have to go home, then I don't see how that's my problem. I mean, you could even message some of your friends to meet you at the bar if you want. Just do whatever you want.
I see. Very well.
Oh, come on, don't start being all grumpy now. I really can't be bothered to deal with your moods. I'm trying to have a good night here, and I don't need you ruining it. If you're gonna act like a grumpy witch, then I might just spend the night at Thompson's. You'll let me crash at his place while you stop overreacting.
Overreacting? You know what? Do whatever you want. Just know that you're not welcome in the bedroom tonight. You can sleep on the sofa.
Seriously? You're actually gonna make me sleep on the sofa the night before we're due to go away with my family? I'm really gonna need to sleep in a good and comfy bed tonight if we're traveling tomorrow, so you can't kick me out of it tonight.
Well, tough. Look, Andrew, what you've done tonight is really selfish, rude, and just downright mean. I'm not in the mood to deal with you anymore tonight. So you can sleep on the sofa or stay over at one of your friends' houses. It's your choice.
You're being really mean, Willow. Why can't you just be cool?
Well, Andrew, I guess I'm just not a cool person.
You got that right.
Whatever. Just leave me alone now, Andrew. I don't want to talk to you anymore tonight. And please, don't drink too much more. We do have a flight to catch tomorrow, and I don't want you hungover in front of your parents, because your mom will just blame me for your condition.
Yeah, whatever, I know. There's no need to keep going on about it all the time.
Okay then, I'll see you tomorrow.
Whatever.
Seriously, Andrew? Ditching me again? This isn't funny. I'm still angry with you for last night. Why aren't you waiting where I left you? Are your parents with you as well?
Oh, hey, Willow. Yeah, my mom and dad are with me. We're all okay.
Well, that's good, but where are you? I thought you were waiting for me?
Oh yeah, about that. Our gate number was called, so me, mom, and dad...
That shouldn't have happened. Our flight isn't until 1.
Oh, yeah, it was originally that time, but to be honest, I am still kinda angry at you for making me sleep on the sofa last night, so I decided to change mine and my parents' flight to an earlier time.
You what?
Yeah, you heard me. I really didn't want to have to spend an entire flight next to someone who really annoyed me, so I changed the flight time so that I could just relax and chill without your constant annoying presence.
Are you actually kidding me right now? What have you got to be annoyed about? I'm the one who was ditched at a bar with no one but myself to look out for me.
Oh, lighten up, will ya? It's a vacation. It's a time to relax and just unwind a little bit. Besides, I have every right to be annoyed considering you left me on the sofa. I told my mom about that, by the way, and she totally agrees that you completely overreacted and that you should have let me sleep in the bed to get a good night's rest.
Oh, so now we're getting your parents involved in all of our arguments? How is that fair? I mean, of course she's going to back you up, no matter what.
That's not true.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Well, it's not my fault. My mom would only agree with me if she truly thought that I was in the right, which she clearly does.
Surprise, surprise.
Are you implying that my mom's a liar? That she would willingly lie just to put me in the right?
Well, to be honest, yeah, I am. To be completely honest, in fact, she has done it before on numerous occasions. No matter what you do, You are always in the right, and it's everyone else who is in the wrong. It's so annoying. Not to mention that your mother clearly hates me as she always makes snide comments towards me whenever I have to spend time with her.
Yeah, well, you'll just have to get over it now, won't you? You've got plenty of time to do that as well on the flight over. A couple hours to make sure behavior is all okay, and you're not going to be arguing with my mom the entire time. I won't be having that because I simply want to relax, so you better not start anything.
I better not start anything?
Well, yeah, obviously my mom hasn't done anything wrong, and even if she said something you didn't like, I'm not going to argue with her about it. She's my mom. You'll just have to suck it up and take whatever she says on the chin. I mean, it might even be some advice that you need in order to become a better wife. God knows you're hardly winning Wife of the Year at the moment.
Excuse you?
Don't act so surprised. I mean, honestly, you've not got a job, so you're not earning any money to put towards the house, and you don't even clean and tidy the place whilst you're at home. I bet that all you do is sit around, watching TV, and scrolling on your social media. You never do anything a wife should do, and frankly, I'm sick of it. You need to start acting like a proper wife and at least have dinner waiting for me when I get home from work on an evening.
Oh, don't start. I do more than you know. I clean the house whilst I'm at home, along with constantly searching for a new job. I wasn't going to tell you, but I've even been asked to interview at a place that I applied for. I wanted to do the interview first, and then I would have told you what I'd been doing after I got accepted. If I did.
Well, then, that's good. Why are you being so annoying and complaining so much?
I think I'm allowed to be a bit annoyed at the fact that my husband has ditched me for the second time in 2 days so that he can do something more fun whilst I'm left on my own in awkward and uncomfortable situations.
It's not even that bad. So we'll be on different flights. So what? It's not like we would have talked to each other if we'd been on the same flight. I would have watched a film and you would have gone to sleep. So it's not even like you're missing out on anything. It's not that big of a deal.
God, it's not that simple, Andrew. All you're thinking about is yourself. I thought that we were a couple. That means that we need to think about one another and do things that benefit each other, not just ourselves. Yes, we might be in an argument, but the way to solve it is not to jet off on a different plane without me.
Oh, don't start, please. I just want to enjoy myself this holiday.
What did your parents say when you decided to take a flight without me?
Oh, I just told them that you were completely hungover and that you wouldn't be any fun to fly with. Also, that you couldn't deal with my mom's criticism today either.
You what?
It was the only thing that I could think of, but it's not entirely untrue, is it? I mean, you don't want to deal with my mom today, do you?
That doesn't matter. You don't tell her that. I wouldn't tell my mom that you didn't like her and that you didn't want to talk to her. God, now I bet your mom probably thinks I'm a horrible person.
Well, she's not your biggest fan, that's for sure.
God, Andrew, why would you do that?
I've already told you, I couldn't think of anything else.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know, whatever you particularly care, to be honest. You're gonna have to figure it out yourself. I'm being called aboard now, so I'm turning my phone to flight mode. I'll see you when we land, maybe? Oh, and if you do decide to come, make sure you stop being so crabby, okay?
Andrew, wait. Andrew?
So, Willow, did you decide to come? If so, then me, Mom, and Dad are gonna head off to the beach. You're gonna either have to wait for us at the hotel or come and find us, as we're not waiting for you. Also, you're gonna have to sleep in a different hotel room. The hotel mixed up the rooms and gave us an upgrade, but it only has 2 bedrooms, and my mom doesn't feel comfortable with us sleeping in the same bed, okay? Willow?
What?
What do you mean, what? Did you see my messages?
Oh, those. Yeah, I did.
Okay then, so what are you doing? Are you on your way?
Nah.
Huh? You aren't on the flight?
Nope.
Why?
Why? Well, why would I want to go and spend all of my time with a bunch of people who don't even like me? I mean, you're supposed to be my husband and support me and actually want to be with me, and yet you continually ditch me to do whatever stupid thing it is you want to do. And then you whine and moan about me being the unfair one. Not to mention how you've made me look like a complete witch to your mom. She thinks I'm the one who's horrible to you when it's the complete opposite way around. So, again, why would I want to spend a week away with a bunch of people who would rather moan and complain about me instead of actually taking a good long look at themselves and seeing how they can work on their flaws?
I don't have any flaws, and neither does my mom.
Uh-huh, sure.
Well, you know what? Fine. I don't want you coming on this holiday anyway. I mean, it's not like you're actually a part of my family anyway.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's no blood relation between you and my family. It's clear that you don't belong in our family.
Okay, I'm off to my parents' house.
Huh?
Well, let's be honest. This relationship isn't really working for either of us anymore, is it?
What do you mean?
You don't love me, do you?
Well, to be completely honest, no, not anymore. I find you annoying and boring. Who would want to spend time with someone like that? I was gonna wait until we got back from the strip to tell you, but I guess now is a good time as ever. I was just hoping to get a good holiday out of this.
And I find you shallow, self-absorbed, and selfish. Also kind of dim-witted and boring to talk to.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Let's face it, the extent of your conversations don't really stray to anything more than the latest Love Island episode or what hot girl you saw at the gym. I would like to talk to someone with a bit more substance.
Well, that's not fair. I can talk about politics and stuff too.
Look, I'm not trying to bash you for it. If that's what you like, then fine. That's just who you are, and you shouldn't have to change that for anyone. But I'm not going to stick around just to be humiliated and disgraced anymore. I'm going to find someone who actually values me for me. Someone who likes to talk to me, and who won't just ditch me at the drop of a hat.
Oh, that's what this is all about. You're still just angry about me ditching you. This is just some elaborate ploy to try and scare me.
It's really not, Andrew.
Oh yeah? Prove it.
Okay, I want a divorce.
What?
You said prove it. This is the most solid way that I can do that.
But...
I'll have the papers sent over to you ASAP. They should be at the house by the time that you get back. All you'll have to do is sign them.
And what if I don't want to?
Then I'll take you to court.
It's gonna take a lot to get the judge to grant you the divorce.
Somehow, when I show them the evidence of you cheating on me, I think they'll rule in my favor.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't think I knew about that, did you? Yeah, I know all about Rose. She even came round to the house the other week to tell me that she was going to take you from me. I'll gladly let her have you, though.
But that's not...
What? That's not how you wanted things to go? Oh well, things don't always go the way that you want them to. You'll just have to deal with that now. Oh, and just so you know, because I paid for this holiday on my credit card, I've called up the bank and told them that I want to dispute it. They've canceled all the charges, and so you'll be charged the full amount before you leave the hotel.
No, that's not fair. You can't do that.
Actually, yes, I can. Goodbye, Andrew.
Hang on, what?
Even though I didn't end up going on the trip, I still treated myself to a little weekend getaway as a way to help me feel better after everything that happened. After Andrew got back from the trip, I sent him the divorce papers. Once that was done, it was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I was finally free to pursue what I wanted to do without having to worry about Andrew and what he was up to, or whether he was going to ditch me at a moment's notice. He signed the papers, albeit reluctantly, because he knew that a judge would rule in my favor if it went to court. As for Andrew, I heard his trip wasn't too great after his parents found out what had happened between us. They hated the fact that they would now have to pay for their holiday as I had taken my money back. Once they got home, I also learned that Andrew was quickly fired from his job for stealing. He's lucky he wasn't taken to court over it. However, he does have to pay the company back for everything he took, which is costing him a fair bit of his wage. Maybe he'll finally learn that going to clubs and having fun all the time isn't the best way to spend life, especially when it costs you everything else.
Hey, sweetie, how are you today?
Oh, hey babe. I'm good. Busy though. It's like everyone wants to get their hair done today. We are fully booked. I hardly have a moment to spare.
Well, it's almost Christmas. Everyone wants their best hair for the holidays, but at least you have people in the salon. It would be worse if the place was empty, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I'd rather be busy working than be bored all day with nothing to do. I just wish that I could have 5 minutes for a cup of coffee. LOL.
Well, don't you worry. I'll make sure that there's a nice hot pizza with extra pepperoni waiting for you along with a large glass of rum and coke. I'll also run a nice bath for you, complete with bath salts and a bath bomb from Lush. Anything else that you'd like, or anything that I've forgotten?
Oh no, that all sounds perfect. God, I could just marry you.
Oh, well, why don't you?
Why don't I what?
Marry me, I mean.
Oh, are you proposing to me right now?
I guess I am. I didn't mean to do it like this. I'm sorry, but I've been thinking of asking you for a while now, but I didn't know you felt the same way, but I just thought with what you said just now that I would take a chance. And now I'm rambling. Sorry, I'm just feeling kind of nervous about what you might say.
Well, I'm not sure what to say, really. I never expected to be proposed to over a text. It's not exactly a fairy tale story that every girl dreams of. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to tell all of my friends and family how you romantically set up a surprise in the local park or something. Lots of candles, fairy lights, a romantic meal. You then get down on one knee and pop the question. I had it all planned out, and instead I just got a lackluster proposal over the phone.
Well, like I said, I didn't mean to propose to you like this, it just kind of slipped out. You were talking about marrying me and stuff like that, and I just didn't want to miss the moment. So, what do you say? Would you like to marry me? I can set up a proper proposal, exactly how you described that you like it. I don't know, I thought it would be nice to know for sure if you would accept or not.
Well, how much do you earn yearly?
What?
How much money do you make in a year? What is your annual income?
Why is that important?
Because it is to me. Why aren't you answering the question?
Okay, I earn roughly $40,000 a year before taxes. I know it's not exactly a massive amount of money, but it'll definitely increase as the years go by. I'm working really hard at the minute, and I know that it's going to pay off soon. I just have to keep trying as hard as I can to make sure that I get to where I want to be. But if we're together, we can work on building the life that we want to have for the two of us. We can be strong together and really make a good life with one another. I love you, and I want to be with you.
Hang on. You only make $40,000 a year?
Yeah? Is that a problem?
What do you mean, is it a problem? Of course it's a problem.
What? How come?
How do you expect me to live a life of luxury on such a small amount of money? There's no way that I can live off of $40,000 a year. That's a pathetic amount of money for a man to earn.
Where on earth is this all coming from? You've never acted like this before. Why is money suddenly so important to you? You've never been so bothered before, and now suddenly you're all, that's not enough money to live off of? Why?
Because you asked me to marry you.
Huh? You're not making any sense.
If I'm going to marry you, then I'm thinking of settling down. If I'm going to settle down, then I need to be with someone who can earn enough money to support me so that I don't have to work. I don't want to work if I'm going to be a wife. I'd rather stay at home and just relax. I mean, honestly, as the man, it's your job to provide for the woman and make sure that she doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to. How are you going to do that on $40,000?
Well, I mean, I don't think that we would be able to survive off of just my wage alone for the beginning of our relationship. You'd have to keep working at the hair salon for a while just so that we could afford to pay the rent and bills and stuff like that, but I'm sure after a while, when I'm earning a bit more money, we could see if you could leave your job, if you wanted to. We just wouldn't want to put unnecessary stress on ourselves to begin with, as we'd have a lot of things to sort out financially, I think.
Well then, no way. I'm not willing to do that. Do you know how much my brother makes a year?
Alex?
Yeah, he earns over $100,000 a year from his YouTube channel. I'm not going to marry someone who doesn't earn more than my brother.
But all he does is comment on other people's videos. He doesn't even make original content himself, I swear. Half the time he steals other people's videos and just claims them as his own.
It doesn't really matter how he makes his money. Only the fact that he makes more than you. I mean, honestly, how can you be happy with such a little amount of money? How do you even live? Also, you expect me to move in with you? And give up my own amazing apartment for yours or something? No way is that happening. I am not giving up a penthouse-level apartment for a dingy little rat hole. If you want to live with me, then it will have to be at my place.
Your place costs thousands a month. There's no way I could afford to stay at a place like that on a monthly basis. Not without you working as well, at least. How do you even afford to live somewhere like that when you work at a hair salon anyway?
My brother helps me, obviously. He pays for my rent and bills. Our deal is that he will do that for me until I marry, and then my husband will take over for him. So if you want to marry me, you need to be able to afford to take over all of those costs. Well, then you can't afford me.
Since when was all this discussed? You never told me about any of these deals or anything like it before.
Yeah, well, it didn't concern you until now. But it doesn't matter now. I don't think we're compatible anymore, so I'm going to go and find someone who can actually afford to keep me.
Hang on, you can't just throw away all the time we spent together just like that. Our entire relationship has to mean something to you.
Well, it was fun, I'll give you that. But you're just not husband material, you know? Anyway, I've got to go now. See you later, or not, whatever.
Hetty. Yo, dude, I heard that you proposed to Hetty. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Alex? Yeah, man, I can't believe that you actually tried to propose to Hetty. Especially with that meager amount of money that you actually earn. Did you actually think that you had a chance with her? I've been dating your sister for the last year or so. Yeah, I did think that perhaps she would want to maybe take things to the next level with me. That she hadn't been wasting my time for the last year. Or that she was laughing at me behind my back, saying that I was poor or whatever. Can you blame her? It's hilarious that you think that she would stay with you when she learned that. I mean, dude, I earn $100,000 a year. I've been paying for pretty much everything for my little sister, so she's gotten used to the finer things in life. She's not gonna settle for anything less, no matter who it is. But you know that I love her and that I'll treat her right. I'm a good person who can provide for your sister if I was just given the chance. Like I told her, I might not be able to pay for everything straight away, and she might need to help out by paying for things, but it would be worth it. We'd be together and we'd be happy. Isn't that what everyone is after in life anyway? Money isn't everything. That's something that a poor person would say. Look, Joe, face it, you're just not the right match for Hetty. She needs to be with someone who will give her what she wants out of life, not a poor loser who probably can't even afford to buy himself anything worthwhile. I mean, have you seen my watch? They cost more than you make in an entire year. And that's not even one of the more expensive ones that I own. It's kinda sad that you can't see just how much of a loser you actually are. You know what? I've had enough of both you and your sister. You think you're so great simply because you have a YouTube channel? Well, it's not a very good channel, and before long, you'll get what's coming to you. I'm not the only one who's noticed that you simply steal other people's videos and try to pass them off as your own. What? No, I don't. Yes, you clearly do. And it'll definitely catch up to you before you know it. Whatever, dude. You can just keep being jealous and salty, and I'll just keep on being awesome with my sister. Whatever.
So, have you had a good think about what you're going to do? I mean, you really only have one option if you want to keep me, so you better start thinking of ways to earn more money.
Okay, since when did I ever say that I was gonna stay with you, or that I was gonna get a new job?
Since you earn less than my brother? Ugh, forget it. I'm blocking you now. Goodbye.
Goodbye, and take care.
Huh? What do you mean goodbye and take care? Aren't you going to fight for me?
Nope.
But don't you love me? I mean, we were in a relationship for a year. Try and show some fight for me. Honestly, are you seriously just going to walk away from me?
Yes, actually, I am. I'm sick and tired of you and your brother trying to put me down and make me feel bad when all I did was love you and ask if you wanted to spend the rest of your life with me. A simple no would have done. If you didn't want to marry me, you didn't have to go around trying to bully me simply because I don't earn as much as you'd like me to at the moment. So if that's how you want to act, then fine. I don't want to be with someone who's so vapid and self-centered that all she cares about is money and who can pay for her entire life for her. You seriously need to grow up.
You're the one who needs to grow up and get a proper job. Not some rubbish that hardly pays anything. No one will want to marry you whilst you're still working a low-wage job like that.
Whatever, I'm going now. Have a nice life.
I will, especially now that you're not in it, dragging me down. My life will be perfect.
Great, well, you can just get on with it then and leave me alone.
Fine. I don't want to talk to a loser anyway. Hey Joe, how are you?
Eddie, what are you doing messaging me?
Oh, I just thought that I would see how you were doing, you know? It's been a few months, and I was wondering what you had been doing. I mean, I heard that your company is doing really well, and that you yourself have made quite a bit of headway in the company too.
Yeah, I've actually been promoted to head technician at the minute, and the bosses often ask for my insight as they said that I'm one of the only people who actually knows what they're doing in the company. I think they might even be trying to mold me into a position where I can become one of the company's leading bosses. It's definitely a very exciting prospect.
You must be earning quite a bit of money now then, right?
I'm earning a decent amount.
Great. Well then, we can finally get married.
Huh?
Yeah, you're earning enough now to give me the life that I deserve, so I'm happy to get married to you now.
No way!
What?
I've seen what your true colors are, and I think it's safe to say that I've dodged a bullet with you. I couldn't think of a worse person to be married to.
That's not fair though. I'm broke at the minute, so I need you to marry me so that I can continue living in at least a semblance of comfort.
You're broke?
Yes.
What happened?
Well, Alex was working away like usual. And then he suddenly got this notification saying that he was being sued for copyright by multiple people. He also had all of his videos taken down off of YouTube as they said that they violated its copyright laws. So now we've got no income and we've got to pay the people suing us.
Well, I did say that it would come back to haunt you. You and your brother are getting what you deserve for stealing all those other people's videos for yourselves.
But
Nope, I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. I am free from you, and I'm gonna live my life how I want to live it. I just hope that you and your brother learn a lesson from what has happened to your channel. You need to work hard and create your own content and not steal others. That's the only way you'll be able to do anything in life.
no, it's not. I just need to...
You need to stop trying to take credit for other people's work. Anyway, it's not my problem anymore. If you want to steal, then you'll just get found out anyway and reported to the correct authorities. I'm gonna go and enjoy my life now that I'm not being judged constantly by you. See ya.
Wait.
Eddie and Alex were taken to court, and after losing their case on copyright, they were ordered to pay the original content creators a few $100,000 each. This totally bankrupted them, and they were left with nothing. They were both forced to get jobs as manual workers, as they were banned from YouTube for violating the copyright. Hopefully, they learn a valuable lesson from this about not stealing from other people. They hopefully also learned a lesson that money isn't everything. As for me, I continue doing really well in my company and have been promoted several times. I'm earning a good wage and I'm enjoying the work that I do. My life is actually going really great, and although things didn't end the best with Hetty, I have hope that I'll be able to find a woman who loves me for me and not how much money I earn. Until then, I'll continue to enjoy single life.